I'm an explosive guy. I'm an explosive playmaker. That's how I would describe myself to any team that asks what type of player I am. I'm an explosive playmaker. Whenever I'm on the field, a play is going to be made. I'm going to always be around the ball, and I'm going to always cause havoc around the ball.
Stan Beckton from the NightStand here with another HBCU Next episode for the 2023 draft class. And I'm here with Mississippi Valley State's Ronnie Thomas. Ronnie, coming fresh off of the HBCU Legacy Bowl, a great game down there. The defensive line was all over the place. So we're going to start right there. What did it mean for you to be a part of such a talented group that weekend and that entire week? And what helped you stand out?
Man, it was exciting just getting a chance to play with all those big-time guys and just seeing how incredible our defensive line was once we all came together and was finally on the same front. It was just a dominant group of guys, and what helped me step out was just the fact of, I just leaned on what I do best, and that's my pass rushing, that's my explosiveness, and I just used that to carry me throughout the weekend and help catch some of the eyes of the scouts and everything, and also try to set myself apart from such a talented group of guys.
So what would you say is your biggest strength as a pass rusher then?
My bend, I feel like in the most humblest way, it's not a lot of guys out here that can bend like me coming around the edge, and I'm explosive as well. So it kind of just thrusts me past whoever trying to block me. And since I'm so low to the ground, I use it to my advantage, to the fact of I make it to where you're not going to put your hands on me. You're not going to put your hands on me. If you do somehow get your hands on me, it's not going to be in a comfortable way for you to be able to control me. It's just going to be like you kind of helping me, getting to where I need to go. So I would have to say my bend and my explosiveness off the edge.
Yeah, your bend, I know that was on show all last season at Valley. You had a breakout season in a way, most sacks of your career. You had the lead in FCS sacks and tackles for loss at one point in the season. Just a fantastic season, a breakout year for you. But I kind of want to know, what did you do that offseason to kind of help you break out into that season?
Just during my offseason, I ran a lot more, but I also spent a lot more time in the weight room. Got myself to the size that I wanted to. Built up a lot more strength to help me in the run game a lot. And also whenever I'm pass rushing, just kind of helping me. I'm focused on a lot of core stability workouts this offseason as well to help whenever I'm coming around the edge and I'm bending, but a guy might be leaning on me to just power through whenever I rip up past them. So it was just my offseason training, honestly, just working on being more conditioned and getting stronger in the weight room and on the field, because I feel like if I'm in shape, I can dominate whenever I'm on the field.
Yeah, and I heard you say you got stronger for that run game. I know people are saying that you might be a little undersized. Of course, when you're a pass rusher, we saw with James Houston, also from HBCU this past year with the Lions, they said he was undersized. He came in and got sacks in all his first 3 games he played. So, whatever they say about undersized, of course, you got to do it on the field. But talk to me about your versatility. I've seen some people project you as a DN, some people project you as a linebacker. So talk to me a little bit about that.
My versatility, I work on both positions in my game, linebacker as well as on ball edge rusher. And I just try to have a balance at both of them to the point to where if a coach wanted to take me off the ball, I can still have the same effect on the game as I would being on the ball. So I just feel I've gotten a lot more comfortable in the linebacker position, especially this year. Valley would sometimes let me drop back or would take me off the ball and put me as a traditional backer. And as the reps grew, I got more comfortable in it. And my athleticism helps me a lot, being able to be versatile between the two. Like, I'm strong enough to play that edge and still battle with the big guys, but I'm also fast enough and quick enough and explosive enough to back up off the ball and go cover somebody in the flats or go cover a zone. So I'm just a balanced player, and my versatility is just it's amazing to me. It's amazing.
Yeah, and with that, of course, you have to work on both positions this off season. I know you talked about your last off season when you kind of knew what you were coming into at Valley, but now you're going to a whole new kind of landscape. You know, you're getting ready for that next level, that NFL. How are you preparing? What are you doing special? Well, maybe not even special. What are you just doing to prepare for that next level mentally on the field and physically on the field and both off the field as well?
Just keeping my mental clear and keeping it calm, just understanding that whatever's for me is going to be for me. So all I can do right now is control what I can control, and that's working my butt off every day. And that's just getting in the shape that I need to be in case I get the opportunity, or when I do get the opportunity to showcase my talent in front of an NFL team, CFL team, XFL, USFL. So I just been trying to, keep my mind sharp and keep it off the fact, and just kind of not like understand that I'm a great player, and as long as I do what I gotta do off the field, and that's stay in shape, that's take care of my body, that I'll have the success that I want whenever my name is called to compete at the pro level.
Yeah, and you said something good right there. You said not if, when. I like that. Got to keep that, got to speak it into existence. I like that right there. Words matter. You know, they say words matter. And speaking of words, you heard some words for some NFL teams. I heard that you heard from the Broncos. You know, I heard that you also like Von Miller growing up. But I wanted to know not necessarily what NFL teams you talked to, but more so what NFL players have you watched to kind of pattern your game, learn tricks of the trades and things like that.
Well, first off, Von Miller, that's been my guy since ninth grade. Like I've been studying him to a T ever since I started playing edge, and just trying to basically be. I was always trying to be like the second Von Miller on the field whenever I stepped on there, from his bend to the way he can play off ball to the way his first step off the ball is crazy. But also James Houston, like you just said, he a guy where his the way he plays is incredible. He's a great edge rusher, like you said. They consider him undersized, like they consider me undersized. So just watching his game and seeing how he uses that to his advantage, because he has a great bend, he has a great ghost technique, but he also played off the ball backer sometimes this year for the Lions. So just watching him and studying some of the moves. So we were playing a team on that Saturday. I'll be watching what he did that Sunday that helped him get his sack. So those be my two guys right now that I'm really just watching, studying their moves, and trying to help increase my game and help and try to learn from them as well.
So you did start at a JUCO. You're a JUCO product. I know you guys take pride in, that hashtag JUCO product. Every time I see it, hashtag JUCO product. Oh, he went to a JUCO. So talk to me a little bit about kind of the progression of yourself from JUCO to college to now, and just what you've learned about yourself, maybe even from those days that you can carry along now.
Just being mentally strong, because like, coming from JUCO, I think anybody can tell you that's been there. It's a mental battle. It's a mental battle. It's a physical battle as well, because football is physical at the end of the day. But it's really a mental battle. And like coming out of JUCO, only the mentally strong survive. That's what we always used to say. You gotta be mentally strong to survive. So when I first got there as a freshman, I was mentally strong. Yeah, I was like, man, this is crazy. This is all this is. But as time went through and as time went by, and I understood that once I set my mind to what I wanted to do, which was go Division I wanted to be a great player coming from my JUCO as well, and I wanted to take my game to the next level. And I set my mind to it, and I started doing the things that I knew I had to do to make that happen. Everything just it's like everything just started flowing. Everything just started flowing, like dropping into my lap that I wanted to happen. So I took that mindset with me all the way to Valley and to now, that everything is mental more than it is physical.
So you mentioned mentally strong. Of course, it takes some more mental fortitude, to kind of, battle through what was a losing season at Mississippi Valley State. And of course, you were one of them leaders on that team. So how are you able to carry your own mindset over to more of a leadership to kind of help the rest of the team to go on a little bit of a win streak towards the end of the season?
I just told him that at the end of the day, even though the season's not going how we wanted to do, how we wanted it to, we a team. We came into the season as a team, we lost as a team. We won some games as a team. I was just letting them know that at the end of the day, we still have love for one another. Football is a brotherhood, it's a bond. So, and I told like the young guys, if you want to be in a position to continue playing football after your college career, you can't just give up even when stuff get hard because you're not gonna get nothing out of that. So I was just saying, towards the end of the year, I was like, let's shock some guys, let's shock some teams, let's put our best foot forward so that for the young guys that's coming back next year, y'all got something to build off of. Y'all can say that, okay, we can build off of this. We saw what we did wrong, but we won some games at the end of the year. We see what happens whenever we put our best foot forward and play the right football that we're supposed to. And even for the seniors, I was just telling them like, I don't want this to be y'all last season playing football. I don't want this to be my last season playing football. So I feel like once we got that realization that the games were dwindling down, the season was coming to an end, we kind of I was like, let's not go out the way we came in this year. Let's leave out on a good note. Let's send these guys, off with the right ending. And so we were able to do that and had a lot of success towards the end of the season. And a lot of young guys stepped up, which is why, I'm excited for Valley football next year because we got some young guys that people sleep on and don't know about. They stepped up towards the end of the year, stepped into some roles that they hadn't at the beginning of this season to just make that turnaround happen.
Yeah, now you're about to be a young guy wherever you end up. So it's funny how things work. Lion King, they say circle of life, and now it's like the same thing. So you're about to be a young guy now. So what's one thing that you want whatever team is looking at you to know about what you're bringing to the table?
You just getting a dog, just a guy who you can ask me to do anything. I'm gonna be willing to do it. I'm willing to do it, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability every single day, every single second that we on that field, or even off the field. I'm gonna always put forth the effort times 10 to be successful and to be the best, whether that's staying after to watch film, whether that's putting in extra work on the field. I'm gonna do all of that just to make sure I'm successful to help the team be successful. And lastly, I'm an explosive guy. I'm an explosive playmaker. That's how I would describe myself to any team that asks what type of player I am. I'm an explosive playmaker. Whenever I'm on the field, a play is going to be made. I'm going to always be around the ball, and I'm going to always cause havoc around the ball or throughout the play whenever I get the opportunity to step on that field. So if I just had to tell all 32 teams in the NFL that if you pick me up, you get a dog, you get somebody that's going to cause havoc every single play that he's on that field.
Yeah, so now I want to just end this interview with some rapid fire questions. I always like to end it with some rapid fire questions, kind of get the people to know a little bit more about you and get that personality out a little bit more. So, talking about your game a lot. One thing to add to your game, super speed or super strength?
Super speed.
Super speed. Go-to pregame meal?
Pregame meal?
Yep.
Baked chicken and pasta.
Okay, nice and healthy, nice and healthy. Best athlete you play with?
Jerry Garner.
Last show you binge?
All-American.
All-American. Okay, keep it with the football. Your most frequently used emoji to text?
The emoji where the face upside down, like it's just upside down face.
Upside down smiley face?
Yeah, the upside down smiley face. I always send that.
Yeah, I'll be using that one a lot too. And last question, one person to watch you play, dead or alive, who you choosing?
Derek Thomas.
Derek Thomas. Well, speaking of Thomas, we have with us here Ronnie Thomas from Mississippi Valley State, getting ready for that next level. I want to thank you again for joining me here on HBCU Next as a part of the NightStand, and best of luck to you in the rest of your career and where you end up.
Appreciate you.